This is our 2016 Volkswagen e-Golf SEL. There's not a lot of videos on this vehicle in the United States. You see a lot of people with them overseas, and the videos you do see in the United States are usually in California or in the Northeast. We're here in Virginia. The car, again, is a 2016 Volkswagen e-Golf SEL Premium. The battery pack, you have a 83-mile range. It's a 24.2 kilowatt hour, 323 volt pack. The miles per gallon equivalent, if it was a gas vehicle, would be 126 miles per gallon in the city and 105 miles per gallon on the highway. The combined MPG equivalent is about 116 miles per gallon, again, if it was a gas car. The way to think of an electric car with a small pack, it's like a extremely efficient gas car with an extremely small gas tank. Charge times. People are really curious about charge times on electric vehicles. They're not all the same. Of course, Tesla right now they reign supreme. It is what it is, whether you like Tesla or not. This car, with the granny charger that the car comes with, most electric cars come with, I'm talking about the United States, they come with a 110 volt standard plug, the regular outlet plug, slow charger, a level 1 charger. On this car, it'll take about 20 hours to fully charge. And just to give you an example, something like a Chevy Bolt, that thing will take a few days to charge with a 110 volt charger. With a level 2 charger, a full level 2 charger that's capable of maxing out the onboard charger. I'm gonna put the phone close to it, maybe you could hear it. That's the charger. The charger is actually on board the vehicle for AC charging, and you can see the coolant being pumped. It's actually circulating coolant to cool down the electrical bits, because they do get hot. Again, there's no gas engine in here, no diesel engine. It's an electric motor. There's no transmission. It's just a gear reduction unit, direct drive. Even though it's an electric car, you still need a 12 volt battery to run the 12 volt systems, the radio, headlights, etc. And there's no alternator, so the 12 volt battery is charged from the 323 volt main battery pack. The level 2 charger, that's what I was talking about. That's our level 2 charger. It's a juice box, and it's capable of 40 amps. The car's onboard charger is only capable of 30 amps. No matter how many amps it's an EVSC, but everyone calls them chargers, so we'll just call it a charger for simplicity. The car's onboard charger is only capable of 30, so no matter how much you pump into it, it can only take 30. That's the charge port. It's a J1772 charge port. All electric cars sold in the United States, except Tesla, have a J1772. Mitsubishi and the Nissan Leafs, they have something called a CHAdeMO plug. That's being, for the most part, phased out. So it's going to be all for fast charging, they have a CHAdeMO, but for regular AC charging, they have a J1772. That's being phased out. It's all going to J1772 and the CCS. CCS is when you pull this part out and it combines them for DC fast charging. DC fast charging. Well, let's jump back to the AC fast charge. This thing on a level 2 charger, like I was saying, from a dead pack, 0, you'll get 3.7 hours. You'll be fully charged. On a DC fast charger, just over 30 minutes. From 0, you'll be fully charged. This thing on a DC fast charger, The fastest speed I've ever seen on a DC fast charger, Electrify America, was 47 kilowatts being dumped into the car. And that was at 440 volts. That was a lot of power being shoved into this battery pack. And of course they get hot. And by using a DC fast charger, by undoing that, those lugs go straight to the pack. You basically bypass an onboard charger at that point. We take the car on trips, even though we only have an 83-mile range on decent days. The car will actually give us high 90s. We have no problem having to stop the charge up, because 9 times out of 10, as long as we don't DC fast charge, we're going to be charging for free. I've actually found some free DC fast chargers at Chevy dealerships and some other places. Like in Williamsburg, when we drove to Williamsburg, I found 2 free DC fast chargers. So you actually can drive for free. And if that's something that appeals to you, an electric car might be the way to go. So again, it's a SEL Premium. The interior. Right now I'll just focus on the outside of the car. Horsepower. The electric motor is capable of 115 horsepower at 3,000 RPM. The torque is where it shines. 199 pound-feet of torque from 0 all the way up to max RPM. So as soon as you touch the accelerator, you have full 199 pound-feet of torque available. The car feels extremely quick. The electric motor is an AC motor, so of course there's an inverter under the hood. Because remember, the batteries are DC, direct current. If the motor is AC, you gotta have something to turn that DC current into AC. Again, single speed direct drive, no transmission. You do have a gear selector for forward and reverse. The car, it's a little heavy, 3,419 pounds, but it carries the weight well because the weight is distributed between the front axle and the rear axle. The battery packs basically stack up in the rear and then run along the center of the car. I wish I could show you, but you won't really see anything because there's just panels on the bottom. Last time I did a video in the car, it was washed nice and shiny. The tires were black, but it's been raining. You can see the mud over there. It's been raining a lot. We're about to take a drive. I didn't need to charge up, but something with electric vehicles, if you can charge up, a quick charge, you learn to take them. So I'm about to unplug, stop this video, and we're about to head into town. This car, when you plug the J1772 plug in and lock the doors, it actually locks the cord into the car, so someone can't just come along and unplug it. But it's already unlocked, so it should. Well, actually, I'm gonna hit that. The charge just stopped, and that's it. That's what the port looks like. That's what the cord looks like. And you could set like a charge timer. Basically, you set the car up to heat or cool the interior for you. You set your departure time. It'll have the battery charged up. The interior will be warmed up or cooled down, ready to go. Or you could just hit the top button for immediate charger. And that's the charger. Or the EVSE. You just stick it in there when you're not using it.